Hello, you guys. Welcome to Kingdom Living Way, where love resides and God is on the move. So glad you could join me today, believing all is well. We serve a mighty, mighty good God. I want to come on here to talk to you guys about the real versus the counterfeit. My God. The real versus the counterfeit. Now, you know that, for an example, you have jewelry, all right? And sometimes the jewelry, get a little hot, I'm sorry, excuse me, guys. Sometimes the jewelry, I'll say you have a piece of jewelry, and it looked like the real thing. And I've always said, shoot, before I pay all this money for some jewelry, I'd rather get a knockoff, a fake. That's just me now. Because if the fake look like the real, we good. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody looking at the tag or whatever. It's the same way it was some purses. Things like that. I'll take a knockoff in a minute. But I want it to look exactly like the real thing. So I might can save me hundreds of dollars, you know. See, I try to be wise with my money. And I ain't trying to keep up with the Joneses or the Brownses or the Macintoshes. But see, some people, now this is just me talking now. I think a lot of people being ripped off because they think they got something real and it's not. Oh my God, see that? See what's that? See where I'm coming to, y'all? A lot of people been fooled because they thought they had the real thing. And see, I'm going somewhere with this in relationship and with these people that believe in God for their spouses in these relationships, the one. And see, I'm talking about the counterfeits relationships. And the enemy sends the counterfeit. See, the counterfeits come first before the real show up. And see, the only way you can identify, for most people, only way they could have identified the counterfeit is when the real showed up, because when they was with the counterfeit, they didn't have nothing to compare to. See, you can't, oh my God, it's hard to compare or identify what's real until you got a comparison. My God, my God. See, in your mind, or the way you see the thing or see a person, they look just like the right one. They look like the real thing and the real deal. But when the real show up, you realize they was a counterfeit, or this particular thing was a counterfeit. So, to each his own about the jewelry, you guys. To each his own. But I just never rested in my spirit when it comes to buying expensive stuff. You got to go to the jeweler first, and I need to make sure that this is real. Cause see, they got a way they can look in there with that little whatever they look at with, you know, to make sure you got the real thing. To make sure your ring cost $15,000, you know, if it's worth $50,000, you know, $10,000, $2,000, or $100. But we know they have costume jewelry, so you take that fakeness and you just listen to what I'm saying here. Because I'm saying it this way so you can get the picture of what I'm saying. That's the same way it is in relationships. When you have the wrong one, when you have a counterfeit, everything looks like the real thing. But there will be something off, but you got to be able to detect what it is. You got to take it to the jeweler for the jewelry to be considered real or fake. So you got to take your relationship to God, which we're going to say God is the jeweler. You got to take your relationship to God and let him tell you whether it's real or is it fake. Whether they real or they fake. Whether they're all counterfeit. He the only one that can expose the counterfeit. Because a lot of time when you head over heels, you're going to see, sometimes you see what you want to see. You see what you want to see, and you see how you want it to be. But you can be delusional. Not intentionally, but your heart is caught up in it. All right? Your heart is all in it. So So we know that before, and I've heard people say that, and it's true, because it's for distraction. What I'm finna say. What I'm finna say is the enemy will send the counterfeit to hinder you from the real. So he want to mess you all up with the counterfeit so you cannot get to the real. All right. But see, God is a God that loves us. God is our Father. He looks out for us when we cannot look out for ourselves. His eyesight is way above what we can see, or way further than we can see. So he will expose the counterfeit before he allow the counterfeit to take over the situation to the point where we miss what's real. Now, if you being disobedient and don't want to listen, then that's a whole different thing. But you got to have a relationship with God and pray and ask God. Some prayers are just simple, you guys. Like for as Lord, show me if this is a counterfeit or not. You know, he might not show you right then. It could be, he could allow you to be in that relationship 2-3 months or a year, 2 months, and then he revealed to you that's a counterfeit. See, he know when to set you free, my God. He know when to loose you. See, there's some things we need to get from the counterfeits. There's some lessons we need to learn from the counterfeit. Oh my God. So God will allow the counterfeits. I didn't say he sent them. I say he will allow. But when it's time for you to be free, and it's time for you to experience the real deal, the real thing, God will allow you to see it. And you will know it. All right. Oh my God, my God. But one sign I want to help y'all with when it's come to the counterfeit and the real. When you got the counterfeit, many times, and I'd include myself too, sometimes you just didn't know there was a counterfeit until later on, right? Okay. But when God reveal you the real one thing you can do, you get the counterfeit and write down things that you have in common. Now, this is one of the ways. This is not all the ways, and it might not work for everybody. You write down things that you have in common with the counterfeit. All right, write everything down. You might say, things you have in common. We like the same TV shows, this or that. But not only that, now that's just a little minor stuff, but I'm talking about life experiences, right? See, sometimes it's hard for people to relate to you because they like, well, I can't relate to being a single parent because I've never been a single parent. Or I can't relate to being in a household with a single parent because I had my mother and my father. I'm just using for example. So they can't relate to you in a lot of issues and you can't relate to them in a lot of issues because your parents were single, whatever that was. So, right, you're gonna notice some similarities regarding your partner. Y'all, I'm going somewhere now. I'm telling you. But one of the signs that you know that this is the right one, your similarities in experiences and things. Now, this ain't always the case. Remember that. But I do know this can be some cases. I'm just going to use for an example. You could find you on your list that's 30 things, 35 things that you and this partner got in common and life experiences. And the other one, that might be 7. So you are more of a match with the one that you got 30 things in common. All right. See, that's why God broke it down to me. Now, listen now, it's not always the case, but you can see this, you guys. You can see it. Let me give another example. Some of you guys got the same type of careers. Some of you, I'm just saying, might be in business, right? Both of you got business degrees. Or let's see what else. Childhood experiences. Y'all have the same childhood experiences. I'm just gonna use, like I said earlier, raised by a single parent, or raised with both parents in the home. Okay, what another childhood experience? But anyway, Things like that. I gotta get some more examples. Be with me, you guys. Stick with me. Some of you guys, you've been divorced. Okay, we both been divorced. We both made bad decisions. Well, how old were you when you divorced? Well, I divorced I'm just using for example. I got divorced when I got divorced when I was 25. Then you found out they got divorced when they were 25. All right, let me go. I'm going somewhere. Let me see some more examples. Sometimes your birthdays are real close. It could be the same year, the same month, or the same day in a different month, or let's see what else it could be. But where I'm going, you guys, there's a lot of similarities in your life experiences. All right. And some of you guys' gifts are similar. You're similar, your gifts that you have. But I'm telling you guys, that will line up. Y'all try this. You tried it. And see, like I say, when you if you don't know who your kingdom partner is, and if God sends someone and you believe that they're your kingdom partner, and you might say, well, I'm with this person here, but it ain't adding up. Like this little boy say, the math ain't math. It ain't adding up. So this just an example, you guys. Get that list out. And if God send you someone and you have someone and you say, oh, I met this young man, he's so nice, but you with someone that you said is your partner, but you meet someone else and everything lining up and you got like 30 or 40 things and the other one got maybe 6 things and it's not connecting. See, you pray to God, because God could be sending you the one for you. Like I said, I cannot actually say this because everybody's case is different. I always say it's always not the case. But you guys, that is a sign right there that God had revealed to me. Everything will connect. Everything will connect. Even though the state that your partner is in. Sometimes God will put a state in your spirit. I'm just saying, you might say, why do I keep dreaming about California? You know, I'm just saying this for an example. Why I keep dreaming about California? Here and there, over the years, you know, things about California you've seen. It's like, God, do I need to move to California? But later on, you find out that your husband lives in California. See what I'm saying? You guys, God is in the details. You got to look closer. Do your research. That's why I told you guys to keep a journal. Now, I'm talking some wisdom here now. I ain't talking about what I done heard. I'm talking how he revealed some things to me over the years. You keep a journal and everything will start adding up, you guys. And sometime God will call out someone connected to you. I'm going to tell you how he do it, and I be laughing. He'll call out their city or their state that they live in. He won't call their name. Or he'll call, let me see, he'll call their last name to you. I remember one time God said something had happened and he was letting me know about a person. And I'm just going to say this city, say the state, but it's not the real state, and I'm doing this for a reason. He'll say it was, I'm just going to use California again. He'll say it was California. You know when y'all meet people, y'all say, what's up, New York? Hey, Georgia. Hey, North Carolina. That's North Carolina right there, because they call people, when you move to another city or somewhere, they call you by your state. Oh, that's Georgia. That's the Georgia boy right there. That's the Florida boy, you know, something like that. So, but it's funny, and I'm laughing now because God have done me like that. And he called someone out to me, and I'm just going to say that it was California. He say it was California. He was letting me know where this particular attack had come from, who it had come from, and he said it was California. All right. And I laughed. Afterwards, I got over it. I laughed because God said it was California. He will do that, you guys. He will call the state that they from. He will call their last name. And he's just amazing. And sometimes he'll call the first name. And you know, so you will know. But see, God is always in details. He's inside the details, you guys. We got to look closely and listen. And like I said, I'm going back again. Write stuff down. Keep a journal. See, you guys, it's going to connect together. It's going to connect together. Sometimes God will let you know the career of your partner. You might be hearing something. Let's see. I want to say, you might be hearing something about government. You know, the government. Or some people have governor's mind. Their mind, they are governors in the mind. It's a spiritual thing, and that lets you know that your what your partner might be involved in. But anyway, you guys been getting signs and things. Just think about it. But God is in the details, and it will all connect. It will all connect. I remember this lady God revealed to me, and he said something he said about this lady, right? And he called her last name. He called her last name. I'm like, wait a minute, because some people last name can be the same thing as their the city that they stay in. It's kind of crazy though. But this lady had the same last name as her city that she was from. Okay. But what I'm gathering right now, it was given to me so I wouldn't have no doubt. So I would not have no doubt that this was the same person, because their last name was the same city that they was in. So that was the confirmation right there. So you guys, God will do last name. So right, once again, I'm gonna go. I want you guys to get this, because you're at the door. He's showing you guys. Write everything down. Write everything down that God tell you that's connected, and it will connect together, you guys. Well, I love you guys with the love of Jesus, and take care. Bye for now.